But the issue with them, I mentioned before for this brand, is that a lot of their fragrances overlap. I feel like you only need to own 1 or 2 fresh fragrances from Arabian Oud and then 1 or 2 sweet fragrances from them, and then you've kind of covered the brand. We haven't done a reaction video on the channel in quite a while, and I thought today we'd do a reaction video to Michella Curly Fragrance, who I haven't reacted to in a while herself. I want to see her updated taste. She's got a recent video from 3 months ago titled Sexiest Summer Fragrances for Men 2025. We are still bang in the middle of summer right now, guys. It's very hot in London these days. I think Michella is based in Dubai or around Dubai nowadays. So it'd be interesting to see what her updated taste is now with her being in a very hot Middle Eastern country. Let's see what she thinks and begin the list. Class is in session.
Hello my handsome and sexy dirty bastards. Listen up. Summer is right around the corner and that means one thing. You need to smell sexy.
I think summer fragrances can be the sexiest category for a lot of men. Fresh, easy to wear, invigorating. Oftentimes issues with summer fragrances is that they can smell a bit generic a lot of the times. A lot of fragrances overlap in their style or they don't last long enough. Those are the 2 main issues I find with summer fragrances. It's difficult for a winter fragrance to be generic because you can have them being very complex, multi-layered, have a little different styles. While summer fragrances, you don't want too much going on. It can become a bit cloying, so that can make some fragrances smell a bit basic, let's say, not enough going on in there.
And at 14, we got Versace Man Eau Fraiche. Yeah. Very bright, aquatic, citrusy and musky. This is perfect for the hot summer days when you go to the beach, lay at the pool or whatever you want to do at the pool.
Okay, so let's talk about Versace Man Eau Fraiche. By the way, if you're wondering why we've skipped to number 14, it's because some of these fragrances on Michella's list I haven't actually smelled, so I'm going to save time and also give you guys something to go and watch Michella's original video for. We're doing a lot of cuts in this reaction video, so if you want to go show her some love, we'll leave a link in the description for her original video and for her channel for you to subscribe to her. Versace Man Eau Fraiche. I used to own a bottle of this. This is a classic in the community. It's a quite an old fragrance actually. I think it's over 20 years old now. It is a bit synthetic. It has that sort of like summery cocktail star fruit notes in there, which is unique to it. It's very musky, bright, citrusy. It is a young man's holiday fragrance in the bottle, in my opinion. How Michella described it being next to the swimming pool, I think it's perfect for Versace Man Eau Fraiche. This is the swimming pool, fun-loving, relaxed holiday fragrance with a slight old-school vibe now, in my opinion, at this point in time. But it's a classic. I think it's worth trying out. And it's surprisingly long-lasting for how fresh it is. It's going to last around 6 hours in my recent experience with it.
And at 13, we got Mancera Cosmic Pepper. And 120 ml, the big bottle, goes for $80. I told you I got those insane prices for you. This has the DNA of Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. It is like 70% similar, but this is like a niche version of Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. But then with better longevity, better projection, it smells manlier and peppers added to it.
So I think I would disagree with her saying it's the niche version of Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. I tried this fragrance a long time ago, in fairness. We actually did a video back in the day when it was a new release on just focusing on that scent. And to me, from my memory, it was very peppery, ambery, woody, and very ambroxan based. Whilst Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme is more smooth, it uses different kind of musks. Cosmic Pepper is a bit more sharp and lively. I don't think that that's similar personally, but Cosmic Pepper is a good versatile signature. I don't think it's just a summertime scent. It's peppery, ambery, ambroxan based. The ambroxan is definitely a huge part in that fragrance. It smells modern, it smells balanced. I'm not just disagreeing with Michella just for the sake of it, I'm just giving you guys my honest opinion. There's no point me doing reaction videos if I don't put in my 2 cents to each of these fragrances. But hey, everybody has their own different tastes. I thought Cosmic Pepper was okay in the end. I can't remember what score I gave it. I think it was around an 8 out of 10. I think it's an okay fragrance. If Michella is, giving you these really good prices, it's good to get, well, sample it first, but if you want to get it at a very good price, get it at a discounter. Mancera is one of those niche brands you can often find at discounters, so get it at the best price possible.
11, Yves Saint Laurent Mysf Le Parfum. Oh, this is so good. And you can get this fragrance now for $116, 100 ml. This is better than the Eau de Toilette. It is thicker, it is creamier, it is sweeter, and it just has that DNA that ladies love.
I own a bottle of Myslf Le Parfum, and I actually used to agree with Michelle. I used to say that this is the better flanker over the original. This is the more creamy vanilla take on that peppery and Ambroxan orange blossom DNA that the original has. But seeing on TikTok, everyone kept saying that the original kept giving them so many compliments. I can see why. It's very easy to like minimalist DNA. I tried the original again recently in a department store, and actually, I kind of regret getting the Le Parfum. Okay, Le Parfum is good if you want a vanilla base. Let's say you want to layer your fragrances, you want to make your fragrance sweeter. Let's say you have Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue Eau Intense, this is the example I always use. You can put Le Parfum as a base on your skin, then put your fresher fragrance on top of it. That's what it's useful for. But overall though, I will say the Myslf line is a little bit basic. I don't think it's that particularly great, but nowadays I actually might be opting more for the original because it has that more fresh, easy to like DNA. But hey, they both serve a similar function, both mass appealing DNAs. And also I'm surprised this is in a summer list. I guess you can wear this in the summer evenings. It's not a too heavy vanilla fragrance, but I find that this is more of a fragrance for the rest of the year instead of the summertime. But hey, that's just my opinion. This video is in partnership with Cadillac Perfumes, who do excellent quality, affordable Middle Eastern perfumes. We have Cadillac Island Vanilla Dunes. This gives you that airy, loud, sweet Altair vibe from Parfum de Marly. Orange Blossom, Cinnamon, Praline, Vanilla. Very easy to love, loud, sweet, attention grabbing, and lasts around 10 hours with a medium to loud projection. We also have the recent Cadillac Chieka Shadow. This is a fragrance that's replicating the Carolina Herrera Bad Boy line. The two flankers, either the Cobalt Parfum or Cobalt Elixir. So those two flankers are quite similar anyways, and I think I've only tried the Parfum, which is sort of like similar to Invictus Platinum, but it's like a darker take. So this is basically like 85 or 90% similar to Bad Boy Cobalt Parfum. These flankers are getting just too complicated, but this is much more affordable. This is like a dark blue fragrance. It has that earthy truffle, fresh out the shower DNA with some dark patchouli in here. Very balanced. If you like Invictus Platinum or the Bad Boy Cobalt line, you should check this out. This is a more modern new take on a blue DNA. And lastly, a new one on the channel is Cadillac Musk Blend. I think this might be my favorite Cadillac fragrance I've tried so far. It's an original creation with a note breakdown of musk at the top, musk at the heart, and of course musk at the base. That is the entire note breakdown. This is a minimalist, more of like a layering perfume, I would say, but you can wear this on its own if you want a slightly sweet, musky second skin. It's like a minimalist, attention-grabbing, compliment-getting fragrance that lasts 8 to 10 hours with a soft and medium projection, but it's very unique. It's almost like if you enjoy Eccentric Molecule 01, you like that kind of appeal. It's not a clone at all. It's its own thing. This is very good. It has very sexy, addictive musks in here, unisex with a bit of sweetness in there, maybe a bit of vanilla. This to me is a 9 out of 10 and a very good release from Cadillac. We will leave a link to the Cadillac website in the video description down below. Let's continue the main video.
And at 10, we got Hermès H24 Herbs Vives. Yeah. This smells like a masculine mojito, but green mojito. It is really fresh and really unique.
So I think I've tried this fragrance twice in department stores. I used to own a bottle of the original H24 Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Parfum was a better fragrance in my opinion. It's a bit more sweet, ambery, more thick and more interesting. And then Herb Vive I think is a slightly better improvement even over the Eau de Parfum. It's like got that metallic, musky, modern, minimalist style of that line, but it smells a bit more green, herbaceous. It kind of smells like a masculine garden. Michelle is saying mojito. I'll say Guerlain's Homme Eau de Parfum is the mojito. This is more like a masculine garden. Herbaceous, clean, interesting, but overall, again, I just think the entire line isn't that great, especially for Hermès standards. But this could be an interesting signature you wear in the summertime, especially if you're a very serious businessman, you want to wear it to the office. It could work. It's worth trying out. It's an interesting fragrance.
At number 9, we got my favorite Bleu Freshy designer fragrance. Yeah, this is mine. Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Noir Eau de Parfum. Yeah. The OGs out there know that I've already emptied 100 milliliter of this one, so I needed to buy 150 back. This is my scent when I come out of the shower, when I go to the gym and I don't want to smell too heavy, or when it is super, super, super hot in Dubai, that when you walk outside or you stand there for 2 minutes that you're already like, you dripped of sweat.
So yeah, so this is what I was saying before. Now that she lives around Dubai, it makes you change your selection of fragrances. It's a very hot country, of course. Yeah, I had to double check the notes for this fragrance. So actually, I did the rookie mistake of trying out, I wanted to try this fragrance because Michella and other people kept hyping it up. I tried the Parfum version, which is a very different fragrance. It's a very evening irisy, powdery fragrance. Very different kind of idea. The Eau de Parfum, a lot of people say it's blue. I think I've tried this once and I was very impressed by this scent. It's quite a minimalist, musky fragrance is what I remember from it. It doesn't smell blue. If I'm thinking sporty, fresh, high heat, you're gonna sweat a lot, go for Le Weber 7 Cobalt instead, but of course, I can't stop talking about that fragrance. I'll just stop there, guys. I wasn't the biggest fan of this fragrance, though, the Narciso Bleu Noir Eau de Parfum. Have you guys tried it out? What are your thoughts? Am I being a hater? Should I give it another chance? I can't believe it, guys. I've noticed recently that 40% of you who watch the channel are subscribed to us. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribed so far. If you want to see our channel grow even further, go ahead and click subscribe. Let's get that number to 45%. Thank you.
And at 7, we got Armaf Club de Nuit Precious. This is my favorite Club de Nuit. This is so good. Manly, fresh, fruity, smoky. This is just a boss type of a fragrance.
Club de Nuit Precieux. Now, I think, yeah, I agree with Michella. This and Limited Edition are my two probably tied for actually no, maybe Lionheart as well. So those three are probably tied together for my favorites. Maybe Limited Edition might just barely win it out for me, but yeah, those three are I think my current three favorite from Club de Nuit line right now. Now, I will say, so Club de Nuit Precieux is meant to be replicating Absolute Aventus by Creed. It's slightly more synthetic though, in my opinion, a little bit more musky, a little bit more focused on caramel, and actually more beastly than the original, and a much better price, of course, compared to the original. But even though I do think it's a very solid fragrance, I feel like Precieux by Club de Nuit and also Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition do clash because they kind of have a similar idea. I'm not sure if you need to own both. For me, I think Collector's Edition might just barely win, but if you want a more beastly fragrance, go for Precieux, but if you want a more all-rounder with a similar idea, go for Collector's Edition. They're both very good, worth trying both of them, but yeah, that's just my 2 cents on that topic.
We got my favorite parfums, the Marley fragrance. We got Sedley, yeah. And you can get it now for $179. This is a successful business owner in Miami. It is fresh, it is masculine, and it is dominant. The main notes that you smell are lemon, mint, grapefruit, lavender, ambroxan, vetiver, and cedar.
Sedley for $179, if that's a big bottle, that's a very good price. I'm not sure if that's still going on now, but Sedley, I will say, is one of my more, I think it's one of my favored freshies from Parfum de Marly. I think Percival and Sedley are up there for me. Sedley is minty, citrus, sandalwood, and ambroxan. She did not mention sandalwood. And actually, I recently read in a niche fragrance magazine that apparently Sedley uses one of the most expensive variations of sandalwood in the world, which is called Santalum Album, which our own fragrance creation, Mr. Opulence, in our own brand, Atrium, also uses that. I know it's a very expensive variation of sandalwood. It's meant to be a more sustainable route of maintaining sandalwood trees that a lot of perfume sourcing companies have gone to now. So it's a very interesting material to read about. I do think if you love a woody, masculine, slightly more mature freshie in the brand, I feel like Grenly or Percival will be the more youthful fresh scents in Parfum de Marly. I do think Sedley is solid. A very nice masculine freshie. Get it at a good price if you can. If you can find it at discounters, that's when I think you should jump on it.
And at 4, the overlooked fresh blue fragrance. Yes, Prada Luna Rossa Ocean Eau de Toilette. Very likable, luxurious, soapy scent. Mixed with the clean white musk. Main notes that you smell are pink pepper, bergamot, lavender, iris, musk, and vetiver.
So I did a brief review of this fragrance a long time ago. I wouldn't consider this a blue fragrance. I would say it's like a modern woody amber freshie. It's kind of balanced. It's probably the most balanced out of the line that I've tried so far. I want to call it oceanic. I'm not sure why they put that name there. It's, I would say it's like, yeah, actually said a little bit soapy, a little bit fruity. I think there's a caramel note in there, but I can't remember. It's musky. It is a sexy fragrance that doesn't last very long. That's the issue. I think I got 4 to 6 hours on the medium projection. So if you want an interesting, unique, modern designer, you can try this out. Just don't be surprised by that performance I'm telling you guys now. But it's an interesting fragrance. I think it's probably my favorite out of the entire line because it's quite balanced.
At 3, Arabian Oud Sultani. The quality of Arabian Oud, you know, this is not normal. The bottle is heavy, sprayer, bang bang, heavy cap, the packaging that this one comes in, and the fragrances, That is why Arabian Oud is in my top 5 favorite fragrance brands.
So number 3 in her list is Arabian Oud Sultani, and number 1 in her list, sorry guys, spoiler warning here, it's Arabian Oud Amiri. I'm not going to go to that section. I'm going to cut the video at I'm going to finish the video at number 2, just because you guys can go see her full list if you go watch the original video. Now, I've actually tried, I can't even like mention these fragrances briefly, I can't even talk about them briefly because I have tried them. There's actually an Arabian Oud store in London, so I went and visited them. I've tried, I think, both Sultani and Amiri because I see people talk about them. I own Signature as a full bottle and I own D1 as a sample. And I think Arabian Oud, yes, as Michella says, it's very good quality, very long-lasting fragrances. They have this sort of Middle Eastern fresh, ambroxan, cardamom take on their freshies. But the issue with them, I mentioned before for this brand, is that a lot of their fragrances overlap. I feel like you only need to own 1 or 2 fresh fragrances from Arabian Oud and then 1 or 2 sweet fragrances from them, and then you've kind of covered the brand. This is an issue with the brand. With some fragrance brands in general, they don't make enough variety in their styles. Things are overlapping. It just feels a bit redundant to own too many of their scents. So I have tried these briefly. They smell attractive. Pretty much, I think pretty much any freshie from Arabian Oud is going to give you great longevity, great projection, great compliments. It's going to smell great. I think pretty much all of them are highly rated. I can't remember any of them being low rated on Fragrantica. So yes, go check out the brand. Go check out Boutique if you can and try them out. But again, be careful with the overlap this brand has.
And at 2, we got Mancera Lemon Lime. Yes, look how much I have worn this fragrance. I'm at half. I wear this one a lot. It's so easy to wear and I love citrus fragrances. And the big bottle you can get for $68. Imagine those sour candy balls from Napoleon. If you would imagine those candies, that is how this one smells like. And actually, this is the Mancera fragrance that I wear the most.
Lemon Lime. So I talked about this fragrance in our buying guide. It's one of our most popular videos on the channel. Michella mentions that you can get it at a very good price. $68 for the 120 ml, I think she said. That's crazy. And that's probably because I feel like this is one of the weaker scents from the brand, being honest with you. She said it has this candied lemon vibe to it. To me, it's like a sharp lemon with the musks in there. It's musky, lemony, and woody, but very flat. It's kind of simple and kind of boring in my opinion, but I think the performance was pretty solid in fairness. But this was from the earlier Mancera days where I feel like their fragrances weren't as creative as they are now. They still have that performance. They had that synthetic aspect for sure as well. But personally, I feel like this has a similar style to something like Oud Lemon Mint, which is a similar vibe, but I think is a bit more interesting, probably a little bit better performing as well. So I think, in my opinion, just go for Oud Lemon Mint instead of this fragrance overall. But again, guys, maybe you've tried it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Am I wrong about this scent? That's just my thoughts.
Alright guys, and this was the fragrance video of today. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below, what is your sexiest fresh fragrance?
What is my sexiest fresh fragrance? I'm kind of salty, guys. I have to choose Le Monster by LV. If I want a safe, fresh fragrance that's going to be sexy to a wide variety of people, then LV probably does it, even though I still think this brand is overpriced. Thank you so much to Michella for this video. I thought it was really interesting style and the variety of different fragrances here. I thought it was a really cool list. What are your thoughts on Michella's picks? What are your thoughts on my reactions to Michella's choices? And as I said before, guys, I've cut out a lot of the fragrances in today's video, so you go ahead and check out the original in the video description down below and subscribe to Michella, of course, if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't already, check out our previous reaction video up here. See you in the next one. Class dismissed.